your first time hearing about UN mappers or UN maps? Are there new ones here in the room? Okay, we have a new one. Welcome, Caro. So yeah, that means I need to do the introduction because yeah, if everyone here knows UN maps and UN mappers, we can skip. But yeah, we have newcomers, so welcome. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, just a little introduction. This will be kind of a crash course about UN maps and the UN mappers program. So yeah, UN maps is under the UN map the United Nations Global Service Center of the UN. So the physical office is based in Brindisi, Italy, as well as in Valencia, Spain. So UN Maps started in 2020, and yeah, it aims to really harness the power of open geospatial data to support United Nations peace building peace building missions as well as humanitarian efforts. So yeah, from there, I think yeah, it was kind of like a team of 3 to 4 members who's yeah doing crowdsourcing initiative, and yeah UN Maps is kind of yeah a diverse team as well, and yeah one of the team is yeah fostering the UN Mappers community or the crowdsourcing activity of the UN Maps. So the UN Maps program mainly uses OpenStreetMap to be able to generate data that is open data, and also can be used in the future, not just by I mean, yeah, it can be used in the future as well. So yeah, we use open data, and through that we formed the UN Mappers community, which is yeah mappers, contributors, trainers, and yeah a lot of those things. And yeah, it's a collaborative mapping powered by volunteers, and main aim is to support peacekeeping and humanitarian action with accurate geospatial data. We have a thriving community in Discord. So yeah, if you we invite you to join our Discord, to interact with the community, and yeah, lots of information through this link. Yeah, we will be sharing with you the slides later after the webinar. And yeah, as I've mentioned, the UN Mappers community is a diverse set of community from yeah the GIS community of the UN. We're part of yeah the UNJ Special Network. There is also we have partnered for the last 6 years with local communities, our uniformed personnel in the ground, trainers and trainees, and yeah, lots of remote volunteers and people from academia and national cartographic agencies. So the data generated by the UN mappers are used in UN maps or uploaded in UN map services. So yeah, these services are accessible by UN peacekeeping, personnel, and yeah, they use it for patrolling, ensuring that to reach or to navigate to the safest path or to the patrolled path possible. They also use it for planning, doing logistics operation, making sure that food packs and everything is transported. We UN maps are also used for humanitarian relief, security, and yeah, even groundwater exploration. And yeah, just to mention how the UN mappers contribute to UN maps. So yeah, as UN mappers, a collaborative volunteer or collaborated crowdsourcing mapping. We use mainly the hot tasking manager to organize our mapping, and yeah, there we do our crowd mapping, which is all the data that is added by the mappers are then um, validated by the community and also professional validators internally in the UN to be able to produce a high quality data. And yeah, as mentioned, it will be used to upload in the UN map services. And yeah, those data, everything we hope to be a benefit to the local community, especially in peace building. And yeah, how do you become a UN mapper? As simple as learn, map, and join. So yeah, firstly, of course, yeah, we encourage you to learn how to map, as this is a crowdsourcing activity. There are lots of OpenStreetMap local communities who's been doing, yeah, mapathons and everything. So yeah, if you know a local community doing trainings or mapathon in OpenStreetMap, that is one way to go. And yeah, we also have this UN Maps Learning Hub. It's a self-paced multilingual training platform. We have OSM Basics, uh, OSM Basics, OSM Advanced, and also QGIS courses that are available publicly. You just need to sign for an account, and then yeah, all the courses, once you completed it, you will receive a certificate of completion. Yeah, once you learn how to map, yeah, we encourage you to start mapping either by remotely satellite imagery, or yeah, you can also do field mapping. And yeah, that is also, yeah, mainly why we are partnering with ambassadors, yeah, to flourish the map. And yeah, join the community, learn map, and yeah, join the community. As mentioned, we have an online community in our Discord server. We are also in social media, so yeah, you can find us in different social media: Facebook, Instagram. We don't have TikTok yet, or we haven't managed our TikTok, but yeah, we are also in Mastodon, yeah, LinkedIn, and everything. And yeah, just to mention that, yeah, we, as a form of thank you and appreciation to exceptional contributors, I think, yeah, for the past 5 years, we have launched, or we recognize the UN Mapper of the Month. So yeah, this is a monthly recognition for Rockstar volunteers. And these are not only mappers. Some of the mappers or Mapper of the Month we have recognized, yeah, are also educators, trainers, or who are, yeah, spreading the word about UN maps, UN mappers, and yeah, OpenStreetMap and open data mapping. So yeah, that's kind of a small introduction. Wow, I think I just did like 8 minutes, but yeah. So just a little introduction about the UN Maps Community Ambassadors Pilot Initiative. So yeah, really one of the main force of yeah, doing this community ambassador chapter is, yeah, the the appetite of the community to build local, to be involved, and to build UN Mappers chapters within their community. So with that, last week or last year, we have been doing, I think, at least three co-creation discussion with the community to co-create the UN Mappers Ambassadors and Chapters Initiative. And yeah, after those, lots of discussion with the community, webinars, even like, yeah, async discussion, and discussions in Discord. Yeah, some of the discussions we have talked about is, yeah, like this: the what would encourage you, what would be the barriers to access, to, yeah, to really understand, yeah, what will motivate people, or what will motivate the community to join, and also what are the things that is stopping them to join, and yeah, the things that, those barriers we hope to address, as long as, yeah, we can also control it. So yeah, after that co-creation discussions and everything, I think, yeah, it's like, after like 11 months of concepting this idea, yeah, we are proud and we are happy to introduce to you that, yeah, we have chosen our four UN Maps ambassadors for the pilot initiative. So yeah, they are the first ever UN Maps ambassadors. So yeah, Lucy Kago from Kenya, Pawan Muddu from India, and Silvina Meritano from Argentina, and also Modo Engelbert from Cameroon. So yeah, we, yeah, kind of make sure as well, yeah, the geographic balance among this. And yeah, you'll hear more from them later. So yeah, just to give very briefly more information about the pilot initiative. So yeah, it's really more, yeah, and also based on the co-creation discussion we had last year. Excuse me. It's really more on capacity building, and yeah, inclusive engagement. It's very much a recognition, as an appreciation beyond Mapper of the Month. And yeah, recognizing that yeah, our mappers and contributors can also help us grow not just the map but also the community of mappers. So yeah, it's a recognition of dedicated open mapping volunteers as well as community leaders around the globe. And yeah, it's building your local community to produce community-owned and sustainable open geodata, mainly in support of the UN as well as humanitarian action and also yeah, local realities. So yeah, we through this we hope through our ambassadors we also hope to provide training opportunities and also knowledge exchange between peers and collaborators. And yeah, we believe that this will be a stepping stone on how we can co-create the UN Mappers chapters communities, yeah, in and grow that community. Yeah, so I said this more. So yeah, just very quickly on yeah how you can get involved. Yeah, we're introducing to you our 4 UN Maps community ambassadors. So yeah, we'd love it if you can connect with them. If you have any requests on mapping activity, training, mapathon, or any collaboration in your organization, especially yeah those in the countries where our ambassadors are. But yeah, I think even outside of those countries or region, yeah, we can also discuss about that. And yeah, for any interested organizations and institution, yeah, support our community ambassadors. And yeah, for individuals, yeah, and even organizations, yeah, we hope we're happy that you're here joining the discussion, hearing from our ambassadors in this pilot initiative. And yeah, we'd love your feedback to help us shape this initiative. All right. So yeah, I think yeah, I had 18 minutes for the introduction. Sorry about that. I see some questions in the chat. Thank you, Mikel, for sharing. Yeah, for answering that. But yeah, just to keep on time. Yeah, if you have further questions about what I said, yeah, please do put them in the chat. But yeah, I'll share it now to introduce our UN Maps community ambassadors and hear about their plans and work plans. So I believe, firstly, I'd like to call on Lucy. Lucy, I just made you presenter. So yeah, you should be able to yeah, share your screen. Lucy, are you here? Oh, you're still muted.
Oh, hello everybody. Yes, I am. Let me share my screen so that we can make the presentation a bit more lively. Um, I think I have a network problem. Can we move to the next as I prepare, please?
Okay, no worries. Yeah, we can have you later, Lucy. So yeah,
Yes.
for yeah, so yeah, while Lucy is doing her the technical problems, let me just play this so yeah, Pawan, our community ambassador in Indonesia, I think he's here, but yeah, he's celebrating something special. So yeah, he prepared a pre-recorded talk for us, and yeah, I believe he can answer any questions later. So I'll just share this. Believe you can see my screen.
Afternoon or good evening from which.
Yeah, is the sound okay? The volume? Okay, thank you
Yes,
so
whichever
much.
part of the world you're from. This is Pawan Muddu, and I represent the UN Mappers Community Ambassador from India. So here I'm going to briefly talk about the UN Mappers project proposal, and when it comes to the Indian context, how we are going to go about it, and how we are going to build a community of mappers in the distant future. So My main aim is to build partnerships with critical, impactful mapping, right? To serve aspects like disaster response, sustainable development, particularly in India. Why this is important is because India aims to be a developed country by 2047. And with a strong economic growth engine, I think we have to make it happen through open access data information. So one of the most important elements in this is to use OpenStreetMaps. Now, what is my vision? My vision is to empower communities and institutions in India through open mapping, right? For especially two thematic topics. One is which India faces, one is disaster resilience, and second is sustainable development. The mission is to collaborate with NGOs, academias, and government to create highly impactful and quality geospatial data sets. And this is done using OpenStreetMaps. So OpenStreetMaps is the critical tool or the main tool or the main base tool to create highly impactful geospatial data which organizations can use for various purposes related to disaster management, health, food security, etc. Now, why India needs UN mappers? It's pretty clear. The country, which is approximately 32 lakh square kilometers, has frequent disasters. We have a long coastline, we have mountainous terrains, etc. And disasters which include floods, droughts, and cyclones are the most prominent. So India needs that disaster resilient data sets, whether it's building footprints or good road connectivities or land cover, it needs that data sets, which is very vital. But having said that, most of the data gaps are arising in rural and urban areas. So there are some critical data gaps, mostly in rural areas. So rural areas isn't still resilient in India when it comes to critical data gaps. Also, more importantly, we need youth engagement. That is one of my main interests because many youth want to be involved in real mapping data work. And in order for them to get the hands-on experience, I feel this youth engagement is also very critical. So these are the three reasons, main reasons why India needs UN mappers. Now, what are the pressing challenges? Now, we know why India needs UN mappers, but what are the pressing challenges that India faces? One of the most important challenges India faces is the data gap and coverage gap, because in open mapping, India doesn't have the completeness. And it is understandable because being a country of 32 lakh square kilometers, it's important that we fill those data gaps. So what are the critical areas here? One is rural India is clearly undermapped. And that we could see when I was in rural Rajasthan or even in rural Telangana, where I represent, I see that there are critical data gaps that remain. Critical features are missing, or the data quality is not up to the mark because of offset related issues. We also need to map water bodies, ponds, check dams, etc. Informal settlements aren't mapped well, so that also needs to be mapped. Forest trails and fire lines are not mapped well, and also certain disaster prone zones, like the ones that we're talking about in Assam, for example, in Northeast India, have a scenario where their flood zones are clearly lacking detailed mapping layers. Having said that, even for drought resilience, we need critical data mapping or detailed mapping layers. The impact of all of this lack of data is because of that it limits the use in climate resilience and disaster response. Also, it's very important for rural planning. So you can see here that this photo speaks for itself. There are drought-based prone regions in this earth, especially in India, that really need good information that should be covered. And in order to solve that coverage gaps, we need open access or open source data. Other important pressing challenges that India faces is data quality and accuracy. And this I've highlighted because of the fact that we don't have, or we have data which is kind of obsolete. And more importantly, we have data that is in the offset. So mismatch of data is clearly there. So that's one challenge that we need to address. And there are companies challenging it or addressing these challenges. Then we have limited mapper skill base because, and that is closely related to the third point, that the government doesn't allow much of open access data until now. So open access data or using open source data in mapping is fairly new. So the government doesn't allow that. So it is important to get that or to have that inbuilt. Also, certain other aspects are data sensitivity and restrictions, which is very clearly there. Because India is a geopolitical hotbed, right? It's surrounded with neighbors which are geopolitically in the geopolitical hotbed zones. So it's very important that we have data sensitivity and restrictions. So, but it does matter for open access or open source data information. So that is one challenge India has. So obviously another challenge is sustainability of and funding issues. So most mapping efforts in India, especially OSM or OpenStreetMap related, are volunteer driven, right? They are project based, but in all of this, long-term funding issues remain. So this is a proposal that I want to present to prospective clients or prospective capitalists to invest in open access or open mapping data, because here what we have a problem is funding. So most people are not financially secure by the job they do when they map on OSM. So that is something that we need to address too, especially the OSM India community. And then there's also institutional ownership. So this is something that India or many institutions need to own up to. So that is a long-term issue that we have to work on. So the impact of all of this is the project stops after initial momentum. So there's no long-term mapping in this. So most of the projects do stop. So to highlight this issue, I think it's very important that funding is taken care of and institutional ownership is taken care of. So focus in this 3 months though, because we only have 3-month pilot project, which we are going through. So critical focus that will remain is, one is we need to build university based mapping networks. I think that is very critical. So through this UN Mappers program, that is my focus. So we already had a successful event at JNTU, Hyderabad. So we need to build university mapping networks. I think it's very important to collaborate with existing OSM communities. Yeah, OSM India has already a base, so it's important to communicate with them and also free open source data organizations. Ensuring that there's a collaboration, NGOs and corporate partnerships also is important. So I am myself working for a private company. So that partnership is what I seek to gain. And based on all of this, I think we need to launch theme-based mapping projects. So what are they? For example, these are some mapping projects. Like there's a drought in Nagar Kurnool in Telangana. So that settlements needs to be mapped for drought resilience mapping. Also, forest fire mapping is another theme-based project. So if your organization is interested in any theme-based projects, do let me know. I can go ahead and form projects on the tasking manager, and accordingly, we can go ahead and work up with. So in a nutshell, India's open mapping ecosystem is potentially rich, right? But it's only in potential rich. We have to make that happen in reality. If India wants to be a sustainably developed nation by 2047. But for that, the challenge is limited about data gaps we have to fill. And also another challenge is long-term sustainability of open mapping. Once these issues are taken care of, I think we can foster good collaborations going forward in the sphere of open mapping networks. Thank you very much for listening. And if any questions, do hit on the email or more importantly, connect me on LinkedIn. Thanks a lot. And I hope all of you will have a better day, evening, or an afternoon going forward. Thanks a lot.
Right. Thank you, Pawan. Yeah, I think Pawan is here. If you can, yeah, it's a static feedback. I think you're trying to talk. Yeah, let's give a hand for Pawan. So yeah, please do share your LinkedIn and email address on the chat. But yeah, we will send a follow-up email to also connect, give all the presentations as well as contact for the UN Maps ambassadors. Yeah, Lucy, are you ready? Let's see if we can share your screen. You're still muted, but yeah, we can see your screen now. Yep, we can see your screen, but I see you're still muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, very good. Go ahead, Lucy.
Yes. So I'll start with presenting who I am so that when you see the face, you can reach out. Um, for those who can see, I am a GIS analyst. I've come from the same uh, process as you have to come all the way to being a volunteer. I've been a volunteer for a while, done field mapping, and now I'm on focusing on my empowering communities through mapping. Um, so my vision for this program in Kenya is to empower students and volunteers across Kenya to contribute to world mapping projects through trainings and workshops. So, like for example, we do have a project now that is working on hot tasking manager. We are mapping floods in Kenya in the western region. So this program should help those who are beginners, those who are starting, those who are continuous to continue getting skills and volunteer for this mapping. It's free and it's just a session that you do it with your with passion. Um, use open geospatial data for climate action and disaster preparedness. Now that is like now we are still contributing on disaster that just occurred in Nairobi. We've had floods. If you are Kenyan, you've seen what has happened. We've had, we have lost people, so we now can use these skills that we will gain from this program to contribute to such initiatives. Of course, build communities, mostly targeting academia from schools. It's good that students are able to start practicing using their skills to um, to to contribute uh, to, to contribute to humanitarian impact. So when we do it as a team, a community that is passionate, it's more fun, and you get to enjoy. You don't you get to contribute even with the few buildings that you map, but you still having impact. So I also would like to introduce vocational training institutions to this program. We do have them in Kenya, especially two of them which train GIS, that is Regional Center for Mapping, and Kenya Institute of Surveying and Mapping. We've already had discussions with them. It will be also important for diploma students to have this opportunity to continue contributing. Um, Plans in actions, we've already started with the training sessions. Students from Kenya Institute of Surveying and Mapping can affirm that we've met. We've already started training them. They are beginners, so ID editor is probably what they're enjoying now. Um, we do have collaborations and outreach. If you've not seen my face around your GIS club in your school, you might as well see me in the very near future. Then we have a Nairobi drainage field mapping. That's supposed to take place next month. So we will do the drainage mapping of Nairobi Central Business District, where we experienced most of the floods because of the drainage blockages. So that is continuous with Technical University of Kenya. If you would like to also volunteer and be part of us, you can reach out. I will leave my number on the chat box. Then we have how we'll make it fun, of course, interactive mapping sessions, fun mapathons, and certificates for recognitions for your impact and you volunteering. They already do have that for Mapper of the Month, but we'll also like to reward those who volunteer for actions and trainings in near future. Um, yes, so call for action. Join me for a smarter and safer, stronger Kenya. So you can join the Discord, and I'll also leave my contacts on the chat box. So that is Kenya's initiative in a nutshell.
Thank you so much, Lucy. Yeah, very comprehensive plan that you have, and yeah, great to see putting map into actions. I believe there are some Kenyan mappers or yeah Kenyan people in the chat. So yeah, please do share your contact details to them, and yeah, maybe you can start the discussion. And yeah, if you have other questions to Lucy, please do let her know in the chat, or yeah, we can hopefully have a discussion session later. But yeah, without further ado, I'll pass it on to Sylvie, who is in from Argentina, in Argentina right now. I think I seen a lot of Argentinians in the chat as well, Argentinians from Germany, or yeah, a lot all over the place. So yeah, this is your person. So yeah, go ahead, Sylvie. You can see your screen, but you're still muted.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Silvina Meritano. I'm based in Argentina, and I'm here today to share with you the proposal that I prepared for this 3-month experience, pilot experience in UN Mappers. Mm, the proposal that I built is related to my past experience. I'm a sociologist, social worker, and researcher, and I have been part of the OpenStreetMap community for a long time now. I started to map because of one member of my family. My boyfriend is a firefighter, and he is really into OpenStreetMap community. So in an occasion, he went to a firefighter activity, and I was really worried about him. It was during the pandemic. So I started to learn how to map during that occasion, and I get more and more involved in the community. So that was one of the reasons that I decided to apply for this UN Mappers Chapter Ambassador Program. So my main proposal is related to work in Argentina, but also I'm open to work with other communities. And I'm very focused on NGOs, public institutions, and communities. That is an area in which I had a large experience working. And I'm focused on promote OpenStreetMap and the OpenStreetMap ecosystem, particularly working with different open mapping technologies, build networks among different groups, partners, and agencies, and also connect with the open mapping community. One of my main goals is integrating new people to this open mapping community. So it's very important to contact new people and make those connections. I built a roadmap for these months in which I organize an initial assessment in which I'm trying to identify and reach different potential stakeholders and partners and explore opportunities for collaboration. I'm contacting people from universities, communities, NGOs, also people who I had worked previously in other mapping activities that I organized with my fellows and friends, analyzing the opportunities of collaboration and planning the first agenda for organizing workshops and activities. Also analyzing, planning and implementing activities and workshops and events in different regions of my country, and preparing a final evaluation, like a report, a summary of the results and achievements. I make a little mistake in that part of the presentation, sorry. The workshop that I'm planning to develop is departing for an initial contact with people from communities, organization, or local institution. And I'm really focused on identify a need or a problem that could be assessed, contributing with the contribution of mapping. In this case, for me, it's really important to identify a need or a problem because it's the way in which people could get involved in mapping activities. So I always say in my courses and when I discuss with people that learning how to map is a way to learning how to talk the language of the state. So if you learn how to map, you will be able to present better projects, know better your community, but also show the differences between your communities and others, and be more clear when you are trying to explain what are you trying to do. So I think a map could be a start for a discussion, but also could be an answer in a lot of cases. So for this purpose, it's very important to understanding the group strengths because you need to be very careful when you're choosing the right mapping tool for each group. So as a teacher, I'm really focused on get together the tool with people and making smart choices for that purpose. So after that, I'm planning activities with the organization and I'm performing different types of training related to the different groups, but I'm particularly focused on field mapping activities because I think it's a great way to learn how to map and also to lower the barriers for new OpenStreetMap contributors. Because a large problem that we have is when someone is trying to learn how to map, the online or remote mapping is very difficult to learn for some groups. So I think field mapping activities could reach together people with different capabilities and also could help people to share the knowledge that already have through mapping. So I'm really focused and I'm really working in these field mapping activities. After that, I'm planning to prepare reports and analyze the way in which all these workshop results to restart the process with another organization. So the areas of interest during these 3 months are 5 provinces in my country. Buenos Aires, that is one of the most important provinces, is when the capital of my country is located. Also Santa Fe, that is the province that when I born. Córdoba, San Luis, and Neuquén. I already contact people from these different provinces to start to planning the activities. And I prepare a brief agenda. In March, I started the initial contact with the stakeholders, the partners. I contact possible event sponsors too. to guarantee the sustainability of the process. And also I work with the characterization of the, not only of the stakeholders, but also I'm preparing a mapping network of possible partners during the process. In April, I'm planning to organize the events. I'm planning to organize, I hope, 5 events in different regions of my country, and working on diffusion activities too. And in May, there is 1 or 2 events that I'm planning to organize, and finally prepare the evaluation of all the process. So that's all on my side.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lucy. And yeah, I think there is a lot of reactions about the field mapping, and yeah, some in the chat as well. Yeah, have a
Hi,
feedback
Anna.
that yeah, field
I don't
mapping
hear you.
is.
I don't know if it's on my side or your side.
Hold on, Modo. But yeah, so thank you so much, Sylvie. So yeah, if you're from Argentina or yeah, in that region, yeah, feel free to contact Sylvie. And yeah, I think Modo, over to you. I think I heard you talking, but can you hear us, Modo? So yeah, maybe yeah, while we're waiting for Modo, any questions you'd like to ask about the initiative, or
Hi.
feedback?
Okay.
Ah, there you are. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah,
Okay.
please go
Yeah,
ahead
we can
and
hear you. Yeah. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. So, can you see my screen?
yes.
Okay. So it's a pleasure for me to be the last ambassador to present my work plan. Thank you, Anali. So I will try to do quickly to have more time to discussion. So globally, Anali present initiative UNMIPER chapter is a local community anchor in university, NGO, or institution that help people at the first time to learn much more about OpenStreetMap, to build capacity, to create or to build any partnership with NGOs and university or institutions. Um, the global overview about this project for Cameroon is at the first time to propose a pool of mapper in Cameroun that to be able to engage in UN Maps projects at the global scale, and also to create a pipeline in Cameroon environment. So I know a little bit the context, geometric context or open data context in Cameroon. So, and I think this opportunity will be a great or amazing possibility for students, for NGOs, for academic institutions to build capacity to learn much more, to connect with many contributors in the world that have many maybe projects. So in the past, we have been able to make some activities with UNMIPER. I think 2023 we have made a conference with Severin in OpenStreetMap in STP, and this was 2 days, first day conference and the second day field mapping activity that have give a global overview about UN maps, their visions, their objective, and yeah, many other ways. Um, Also, recently we have participated in a FR project in Ian Maps. Yeah, it will good opportunity for new students in ANSTP or in Cameroon to learn practically how open data is used in humanitarian context or crisis context. In Cameroon, we have the possibility to have 4 UNIFA of the month, and I think it also another good way or good advantage for Cameroonian students to join this initiative and to get more get involved in this initiative. So, what humanitarian mapping, validation, webinar, learning hub, and pathway. And another, in this case, we will have another possibility with institution, maybe to propose a course, academic course in humanitarian open data for their student. Second way or the second advantage is engagement. Engagement in UN Maps or UN Mapper project, engagement with open data environment globally. And the third advantage partner in this initiative will be able to establish partnership with NGOs, academic, maybe to have activities, field activities or remote activities. Yes. So the last advantage for institution is growth talent. I think is the most, for my side, is the most problem in Cameroon. We don't have really pool of talents in the open data environment. And I think with this opportunity, it will be good to have this pool to create more talent in open data geospatial. Uh, yes, it will be also a good opportunity. So, what is matter for university and NGO? So, for students, it's clearly we gain skills, we gain access to incredible um, incredible mediatek or incredible library from UN Mappers. We connect with amazing community around the world that passionate about open data and geospatial data. Another advantage to be able to be recognized as UN Mapper month. Also have certificate from trainings, field or remote trainings, or another certificate. For university, advantage is the structure chapter to have many activities that engage students at the local and maybe another student in another country. And also one thing, this opportunity is not maybe focused or only in Cameroon. It will be possible to have any collaboration with other institutions or other organization around the world. For university, it is also potential to integrate humanitarian mapping into academic pathway, academic engagement with UN Maker, UN Maps, visibility, student, and innovation platform. For NGOs is also another good way to join this adventure, because it will be also a good way to create to have inside your NGOs your pool that at the first time know about have knowledge about open data mission of UN Maps or other NGOs around the world, at the second time to be able to create data and to use it for their project. So another advantage is to support for outreach, map patterns, and data awareness. In the UN Maps environment, or yes, globally in the UN Maps environment, we have many trainers, experiment trainers, and it will be also another opportunity to to yes to create or to build or to propose trainings, map patterns, and yes, another things that will be good for NGOs. Another advantage, potential collaboration on data projection and validation needs. Yes, so we have proposed a little workflow to be able to establish UNIPER chapter. This is the workflow oriented to university institutions. So with NGOs, maybe it will be maybe different. So the first is maybe to have a little of collaboration. I don't be able to update the presentation. The first step, letter of collaboration. This is agreement with NGOs, institutions, and UN after this step, we have to chapter application form. Institution or NGO submits and the proposed charter name, location, member count, bachelors, current office, and draft of annual activity plan. After this application, we have reviewing from UNMIPER and feedback to university or institution to validate their plan and send it maybe code of ethics of UNMIPER. After kickoff and activity launch. So it's not really focused on administrative, but it will be good to have the good workflow, or to know what we start and where we end. So maybe what is the commitment to gain members in this parity initiative? First, guidance, onboarding, and visibility. Webinar to present initiative like this webinar today. Access to learning resources, branding, community connection, organized opportunity for active member. Commitment about NGOs, plus student, organization leadership team, bylaws, annual activity plan, respect UN values, activity participation in training and mapping activity. So I don't be able to provide the actual plan in this presentation, but actually I discussed with many university in Cameroon, like University of Bertois, University of Chang, agronomy institution of Bertois, and the next steps is first to present or to have the workshop with this institution to present what is the initiative, what is the advantage for university, what is the advantage for students. And after this, we will propose field mapping project. Actually, I'm discussed with Tom and Mappy, so possibility to realize a pilot project in Cameroon, merge field mapping and street and Mappy technology. Yes, so if you have any question, any comments, I don't hesitate. I know in the chat actually we have many people come from Cameroon who speak French, so don't worry about it. I'll be able to present you in French after this call. So, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Modo. And as Modo said, any French speaking, anyone from Cameroon who is interested to um interested to collaborate, to learn more about UN Maps through our Maps Community Ambassador, yeah, please go ahead and connect with Modo. And yeah, I acknowledge that, yeah, this is a Mappy hour and it's on top of the time. Yeah, I've seen a lot of discussions and questions. But hopefully, we have answered all your questions. But yeah, if you still have any questions, I've shared the link to our Discord server. Please do join our Discord server. We will also send a follow-up email after this. So yeah, maybe within 1 to 2 days. So yeah, again, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's all give a hand of applause to our four UN Maps community ambassadors. And yeah, we hope we can connect, collaborate, and also support this pilot initiative. And yeah, we are happy to organize another webinar or yeah discussion session to provide updates on what our ambassadors are doing. All right. So yeah, with that, thank you so much. I'll turn off the recording right now. So yeah, if you want to join